Hi, I'm Asah Proffit,
And I'm Justin Thomas.
and we are from Little Axe High School BPA. And today we would like to share with you St. Louis, which is where we hope to have the next BPA Nationals.
A little bit about us. My name is Justin Thomas again. I'm currently a junior at Little Axe High School and am very greatly involved in BPA. I like to ride dirt bikes, horses, work on my grandpa's ranch, work on my truck. Really, anything that's really productive. Sports that I like to play is wrestling and baseball.
My name is Asah Proffit. I'm a sophomore at Little Axe High School, and I'm also greatly involved in BPA. And I enjoy playing drums, guitar, and piano, just music in general. And I skateboard, I run cross country, and I play baseball. So the theme that we've chosen this year for BPA Nationals in St. Louis is the Gateway to Success. The reason we've chosen the Gateway to Success is because St. Louis is home to the Gateway Arch, which is a 630-foot tall steel structure that sits on 62 acres on the west coast of the Mississippi River. The reason the arch is called the Gateway Arch is because St. Louis was known as the gateway to the west during westward expansion.
We would like to start with lodging. One hotel that we found that can be great for breakout sessions and whole group meetings is the St. Louis Union Station Hotel, which is a collection by Hilton, which is a very great and trustworthy hotel. It has over 100,000 square feet of meeting space, a large convention room, and 567 available rooms. And due to schools not liking to stay at a convention center, we have also chosen 3 additional hotels. We have the Crown Plaza, the Holiday Inn in St. Louis, and the Hampton Inn Gateway downtown. All 3 of these have luxurious meeting rooms, pools and spas, restaurants and other accommodations, along with weightlifting and a continental breakfast.
I personally have stayed at the Crown Plaza, and it is a very nice hotel with a very large pool. The spa has restaurants, and it's really nice.
We have also chosen 2 other convention centers just in case you don't like the first one that we chose. We have the America's Center Convention Complex, the St. Louis Executive Conference Center. Both of these are very spacious, centrally located, and are kind of close together, so it doesn't really matter which one you really like to choose.
There are lots of attractions and neat things to do around these 2, so you wouldn't be going all the way across the city to do your activities. Speaking of things to do, there is a lot to do in St. Louis. One thing that makes St. Louis special is that they have a Major League Baseball team known as the St. Louis Cardinals. And since BPA Nationals is in the springtime, it would be the ideal time to go catch a baseball game. There's also professional bull riding in St. Louis, also known as the PBR, and it would be a blast to go watch a nice rodeo after a day of activities. One thing that makes St. Louis very unique is that it is on the coast of the Mississippi River, which is the longest river in the U.S. And one really cool thing about this is that on one side of the river is Illinois, and on the other side of the river is Missouri, which is where St. Louis is located, and the arch is right there. So you can take a riverboat cruise down this river on an old-fashioned steamboat and see the beautiful city from a different perspective. And you can also go right up beside the arch itself and get a really good point of view for the arch. There are lots of museums and things to do as far as that goes, and there's also a Cardinals Hall of Fame. As far as museums and things along that line, there's a zoo, there's botanical gardens, there is a Lewis and Clark tour, there's a Civil War museum, and if you want to unleash your inner child, you can go to the City Museum, which is a museum and it has slides and swings and almost like a giant jungle gym, and it's also home to a 76-foot long pencil, which is the largest pencil in the world. One more thing that you can do that's really neat is you can actually, believe it or not, go inside of the arch and you can ride an elevator. And believe me, I've been in it, and it's an experience that you don't want to miss. And you get to go all 630 feet to the very top, and you can see the whole entire city, and it's beautiful. Just get a whole another point of view of it, and you can see the baseball field and the town hall and everything. And it's really neat. It's an experience that you don't want to miss out on. Also, there's some really good food in St. Louis. They have awesome food, everything from barbecue to pizza to all kinds of stuff. One thing that's popular and unique to St. Louis are pork steaks, which is a type of barbecue meat made out of pork, and it's pretty good. One more thing, if you're more into the whole pizza, they're no stranger to pizza. In fact, they have their own style of pizza that's known as St. Louis style pizza. And also, they are famous for their frozen custard, and it's a thicker, richer version of ice cream, which is sure to satisfy anyone. And I personally have been to this Ted Drew's. That's what probably the most popular one there is, and it's something that you don't want to miss out on. So from barbecue to custard, there is never a shortage of good food in St. Louis.
We used Google for convention centers in St. Louis. We used the Hilton website to find the St. Louis Union Station Hotel. We also used event.com to find other venues. And we used hotels.com to find other hotels to use. And we also used TripAdvisor just for that extra kick. Thank you for listening. We hope to see you next year in St. Louis for BPA Nationals.